So today I'm doing this makeup tutorial for you, obviously on this makeup look. This was inspired by a photo that you guys sent me, which was this one here. This is by Bybrookelle. I think that's how you say her name, that's her Instagram name. I don't know what her real name is, I don't know her. Kind of wish I did, because she's pretty cool, like her Instagram's bomb. So go check her out. But yeah, this was the inspiration for the makeup look today because you sent it to me and you asked for it. Plus, I loved it. I'd already screenshotted it. Like before you guys sent it to me, I'd already screenshotted the makeup because I loved the makeup. This is so me, like really coppery eyes and like a pinky nude lip. Like, yeah. So if you want to see how to get this makeup look, then just keep watching. Just keep watching. Okay, let's do this. Starting off with my bare face. Yes, it's bare, it's naked, it's there. I don't know, I'm in a weird mood today. Starting off with primer, I'm using my Makeup Forever. This is the smoothing primer. Haven't used this in ages, but it's a super good primer. I'm just applying that to kind of like my T-zone area first of all, so my forehead, like the bits by my nose, my chin, and then whatever's left I just kind of spread around the rest of my face. I really work it in that chin, girl. But yeah, just spread the rest around your face. Foundation, I'm using my Too Faced Born This Way. This is in the shade Golden. I was obsessed with this foundation and then I moved on and now I'm back. Like I used it the other day and I was like, damn, why did I stop using this? And I'm using it on this amazing new brush I got. This is a Radial brush. I think this is called the Airbrush Foundation Brush, but it says number 7 on the actual brush, but I threw the box away, but I'm pretty sure it said Airbrush Foundation. Oh my god, it's so good. And you know me, I'm all about the beauty blender. But this, oh my goodness, it put my foundation on so well. It's kind of like a beauty blender. I don't know, it's like really dense and spongy. And yeah, it's bomb. So good. Then I'm moving on to cream contour. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Beautiful Bronze. This one is a warmer shade. I sometimes use Espresso, which is a little bit cooler, but this is Beautiful Bronze. I wanted the look to be really brown and bronzy. So I'm just contouring my cheekbones, my forehead, my temple, my jawline, my chin, my lip, my nose. So basically we just want to change our whole face. No, I just want to sculpt it out so I look a little bit more defined and also just slims down your face. I put it above my lip there because it also makes your lips look bigger. Her lips in this picture look humongous. My lips are nowhere near this big, but I did want them to be quite big, so I contoured my lips like that as well. And then I'm going to go back in with that same foundation brush to blend it out, which did an amazing job with this as well. It just diffused the colour perfectly without moving it around too much, because it's kind of pointier at the end. Like look at that. I mean, does that not look like I've just been touched with an airbrush? Like, it's bomb. So I just blended out all of the contour. I used a brush from my nose, but also my fingers, obviously, because it's quite a big brush. And then I moved on to concealing under my eyes, starting off with the NYX Dark Circle Eraser. This is in the shade Medium 1. Medium 1. People asked me what shade this was. I didn't even know it came in a shade. When I bought the thing, I honestly thought it was just that this was what it was, just a dark circle concealer. But it is in the shade Medium, not 1, just Medium. And I used a Real Techniques like concealer brush to just blend a small amount of that underneath my eye, and then I go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard to highlight and brighten the under eye area, the forehead, the nose and the chin. And then again using that same brush, which was a little bit big, but it was doing such a good job, I was like, I'm just going to use it for this as well, and it really did do a good job. I just blend out the concealer and also put it over my eyelids, because that's going to act as the base for our eyeshadow when we get to the eyes in a second. Now I'm moving on to highlight, and I'm using the Anastasia So Hollywood Illuminator, and this is another Radial brush. This is the sculpting brush, which should be used obviously for contouring, but I actually really like it for highlight. So I use that to give me a wash of highlight, and then I go in with this gold shadow from the Carly Bybrookelle palette. This shadow is so bomb for highlight, and I use a really small eyeshadow brush just to really pop on those cheekbones and the bridge of the nose. It's just going to give you that extra, you know, just go a bit extra with that highlight today. And then setting the under eyes with the Rodial translucent powder. I've been loving this at the moment, and also I've run out of my Laura Mercier one, so this has been kind of taking its spot. And make sure you set those eyelids as well. And then for bronzer and to deepen up the contour, I'm using my Makeup Forever Pro Fusion bronzer in 30M on my Benefit contour brush, the bamboo one. It's cool, it's really fucking cool. And then I'm just applying some of that highlight from the Kylie Bybrookelle palette in the inner part of my eye. You don't even need to do that at this stage, but I just did because it was there. Then setting my face with MAC Fix Plus, and that is your face base done. Moving on now to eyebrows, I am using this Rodial. This is new. By the way, I got a package from Rodial, hence why I'm using so much Rodial stuff. But I hadn't used any of their stuff before, and oh my goodness, it's so good. Like, really good brand. So this is the Glamo Brow. It's obviously just an eyebrow pencil. I have it in the shade Dark Ash Brown. I love this. Oh my goodness, I'm using so many new brow products recently, but I love this. It's got a really small pencil, so you can be really precise. You don't have to put much pressure to get good colour payoff. It's bomb. Moving on to the eyes now, I'm first of all taking Anastasia Beverly Hills shade Sienna on a Sigma E40 brush, just to work this through my kind of transition colour, but it's obviously quite dark for transition colour, but I'm just working it through that upper crease area, so above the crease, not below the crease, just above the crease. And I'm just blending it out, and I'm taking it quite far out. You can see I'm really working it up and also kind of winging it out, like pretty far. Like this is a lot of makeup. This is a dramatic eye look, I would say. Then I'm taking MAC in Hot Paprika. This is just a shadow I have on its own. I don't know what this is called. These ones that are like in a bigger pan, I don't know. But I'm taking that on the exact same brush and doing the exact same thing, but this shade is going to give you a lot more. As you can see, it looks more coppery, more orangey, just altogether a warm fuzziness. So I'm just working that through in the same area, and then taking the MAC Shadow in Coppering, probably one of the best eyeshadows of life. Like, this colour is just the best colour ever. It's just copper, but it's just beautiful. I'm taking that on a MAC concealer brush to just pack that onto my eyelid. This is kind of just starting with the copper on the eyelid, and then we're going to deepen up the crease in a second, and then come back to the eyelid in a minute. That was really confusing, but I kind of was just going with it, so it was kind of in a bit of a mishmash order. But then I'm taking MakeupGeek's shade Bitten, another one of my absolute favourites. This is why I love this makeup. I knew I would, because it's all my favourite shadows in one eye makeup look. Like, there's no way I wouldn't have liked it. Anyway, taking it on a MAC 217, I'm working in this outer V area, just making sure to blend it and diffuse the product. So it is defined in that area, but it's still diffused, because this makeup look didn't really have any particular definition. It was very diffused, but definitely darker in the outer corner. Then I'm going in with black. This is MakeupGeek Corrupt, and I'm just doing the exact same thing. I'm taking it on a pencil brush first of all to just map out where I want this colour to be. So this looks pretty scary right now, but I find this the easiest way to work with black, especially when it's just in the outer corner. So I put it on with a pencil brush in that little V section, and then I go back in with the MAC 217 to blend out the edges. And you just want to keep doing this until you're happy with the depth of colour you have, blending as you're going. So do a little and light layer, you know. And then we're going to just speed up while we do this second eye and make it look really easy. Ta-da! And then once you've done that, we are going to be applying some it's like an eyeshadow, but it's kind of like a pigment. It's a little bit creamy. It's by ModelsOwn, and it's in the shade Coppering. No, that's the one from MAC. This one is in the shade Copper something. Hold on. It is called Copper Lustre. Copper Lustre. And I applied that on top of the copper and then went back over with copper. It's like kind of sandwiched it in, just to give it, you can see it's like way more like sparkly, but not sparkly, like shimmery copper, rather than just like a tiny bit. It just gives it, it makes it extra. Lashes, I'm using the Lily Lashes in Mykonos, and then lining my waterline with, you guessed it, Urban Decay Whiskey Liner. And then I'm applying some of the Coppering shadow underneath my eye, all the way along, and then I'm going in with a tiny bit of the black shadow just on the outer V, and also some black liner on the outer half of the lower lash line. Does that make sense? So the outer half of your lower lash line is more black, and then it fades into their brown copper shade, but the whole underneath is pretty blown out, quite low. Mascara, Too Faced Better Than Sex on top and bottom lashes. And then for some eyebrow gel, I'm using the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade Dark, just to make sure the eyebrows are set and to get rid of any powder that's got stuck on them. Moving on to lips, I am using the Huda Beauty lip liner in Trendsetter. Wow, that was really hard to say, Trendsetter. And then I'm applying the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Crush. This is one of the new spring collections. It's so good. Oh my goodness, it's such a nice colour. So I'm just applying that all over my lips. I did overline my lips, and in that case means I go back in with the liner. If you want to overline your lips with a liquid lipstick, it's much better if you put the liquid lipstick on and then go back over it with the liner, so the outer edge is just that fraction darker. But once you've done that, your look will be complete. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you liked it. I think it's bomb. Give it a thumbs up if you think it's bomb too. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.